Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar, but
this video is dedicated to an absolute hero, a former Boston College player, the mastermind behind the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, Pete Frates. Head over to petefrates.com, consider donating. But at the very least, we are bringing this trend back. We are nominating everybody watching this video. So I'm here with the Boston College baseball team, and this is the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's go! Not bad, eh? Looking good, boys. What up, what up? We're here with the Baseball Bat Bros, and today, folks, we are out here at Boston College for a DeMarini showdown with the Voodoo 1, the Goods 1-piece, and the Goods 2-piece. Let's get it. All right, folks, a lot of people have been asking for kind of a more comprehensive BB Core DeMarini showdown here. All of these bats are actually going to be the 2023 version of each of these bats. The Voodoo 1 was actually the only one that got a fresh paint job for 2023, and DeMarini is actually only going to be coming out with new bats every 2 years now. All pretty similar priced. We have 350, 350, and 400. All, you know, noticeably different weightings. This is very balanced. This is pretty moderate. This is actually pretty end-loaded, and all three of them are wildly popular, especially in college baseball. We have Boston College starting left fielder Daniel Baruch with us here today. He's going to help me evaluate these three bats and figure out what is the top dog in the DeMarini BB Core space. Maybe we're sleeping on the Goods 1-piece a little bit. Let's get it. All right, folks, here's what we got today. The home of the Boston College Eagles. We have 330 down the lines. We have 375 to the gaps. We have 403 to center. This is an ACC school, so one of the coolest schedules in the nation. They got freaking Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina.
Off a 4-for-4 day yesterday. This one's crushed out to left field. Zarate looks and it's gone. A 3-2. Struck him out. And Boston College has win number 11.
And Boston College is a full Wilson school, so they only swing DeMarini. They use Wilson gloves, so we will specifically be swinging DeMarini bats today. All right, folks, we're going to start out with the Goods 1-piece here. Then we'll go to the Voodoo 1. Then we'll go to the Goods, kind of mix up the swing weight here. Got the crack and bat grip. They say it's kind of a graveyard. We'll see. You see people hit it up on that road much where like that guy and the dog is? Yeah. It happens?
It happens. It does happen.
We got a lefty on the bump, maybe first time ever. That felt fantastic.
Look good.
Okay. It's pretty far. Oh, we're on the board, baby.
That'll do it.
All right, it's gonna fly, bro. Maybe. Oh, okay, good. All right. It's got juice, bro. All right, folks, we got a Boston College outfielder senior, Daniel Baruch here. So your current gamer is a Voodoo 1.
Yes.
Are you open to the possibility of changing that if you like the Goods 1-piece or the Goods 2-piece better today?
I'm definitely open to it, but I'm definitely loyal.
You're loyal to the V1.
Loyal to V1. Things can change.
All right, let's try it out. Oh, that's gonna go. Dude, is he a side spin?
Yes.
Oh, boy, wow.
Nice.
Oh, perfect, baby.
Good swing.
Oh, dude. Graveyard. This does not make the graveyard list, bro. Dude.
Ball is flying.
As of right now, I have this ranked 3rd, or maybe even 4th for like my DeMarini BB Core bats, and that's a good 4 spot, bro. This bat's fantastic.
It is a sleeper.
It's a sleeper.
Hey, boy. That'll do it.
That's gonna really go.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So
Yes,
we got some something to beat here. That's a good showing. Yeah.
It's on a line, bro.
Bro.
Oh, crap.
This ain't losing, bro.
I love the sound of that bat.
Oh my lord. Alright, we're gonna see if it flies, bro, because I got into that.
No.
Oh, it's graveyard-ish. That was
Down the lines, it's fine.
you have to be ridiculously strong to hit it out of center field.
Ooh. Great hack.
Oh!
Boy.
That is big boy power right there.
Officially not a graveyard.
Yeah.
There
That's smashed. Dude, it's just the barrel control is better than the goods one piece. The pop is as good, if not better. And the barrel forgiveness is as good, if not better. So I personally just don't see a bunch of advantage from the goods, but the one piece at least.
Boy. Good swing.
It's gonna go, top spinner. Yeah.
So what?
Back spawn.
Get out
Oh,
Back spawn. Yeah.
now. Just in a hurry.
that was killed.
In a hurry.
I love it. Heaviest by far. Like it's like
Then low.
it's really noticeable.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I got beat there. I gotta freaking get used to that swing rate, man.
Oh, yes,
That's
sir.
on the hands, that's gonna go. That's the best thing about this bat, bro. That's a bomb. That's one of my best home runs. And that's a miss towards the hands. Realistically, like in a game, I just don't think I could swing this bat well. Maybe in a 32, but
It is like noticeably heavier.
oh yeah. It's got juice, man.
Good legs.
That's got it, yeah. Oh wow.
What?
No, Clay, I hit that pretty good too. Yeah, trying to overcompensate, rolling over. I feel tired after 5 swings, and it's really small differences, right? But little stuff like that can really affect your timing if you're not used to a bat with this kind of weight.
Boy.
Oh, good.
Swing.
Good.
Yeah.
That's 100% perfect. That's a big part of the yard, though. I'm pretty happy with that. Smash. Dude, like it's crazy hot, especially towards the hands, but I almost feel like the bat speed is that much less to where I just get a little bit less out of it. This is, I'm sleeping on this bat a little bit.
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crash?
It just rings up the hands a lot. It's only tissue. Dude, this bat is really good. And I feel like I haven't given it enough credit. Most surprising performance for me by far is this, bro. I'm honestly even surprised it's like in the conversation, you know?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen some college teams, everyone swings it.
Dude, out west, like the Texas schools
Yeah.
and like the Pac-12 schools, they love the freaking one-piece goods.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, we got our 3 bats here. We had a barn burner today, so do you feel like you have a clear preference between the 3?
In the beginning of the show, I said that the Voodoo is I'm loyal to. The goods, 2-piece, gave me a run for its money.
You barrel
But
just
I'm-
about every ball with the good stuff.
But I'm gonna stay with the Voodoo. This one will still have my heart. It's the most level bat, gets to the zone quickly, and it does the job for me.
It's got the Louis V design.
Exactly.
If you had to pick your least favorite out of the 3, if you had to, the goods one piece was probably your cellar dweller.
Not my bad.
All right, man.
Not my bad.
The man
But
has
that's
spoken.
a personal opinion, and not for me.
The man has spoken. Oh, that's a pretty good barrel. All right, that's as hard as I'm gonna hit it, baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's absolute perfect. Yes! Oh my gosh. Dang it! Freaking no doubt. 4 rows up. That's oh, that's hammered. Damn. Pretty good. Hands. Dude, that's hands. That's like, I wish I would barrel it to like see what the actual max velo is. Oh, baby. All right, folks, and then for me, this is tough because I think these bats, for one, are all fantastic, but for me, I'm giving like my personal opinion, my personal experience. I hit the worst with the goods. And guys, these aren't 34s, these are 33s. This is just a
It's from a prone position. Look. We love that.
Yes, sir! That baby! Come on, man! Right that way!
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Let's talk about how to gain velo, shall we? We shall. But first, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button because this video is for my subscribers only. So I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, so lots of people on the channel said that you wanted to see my off-season throwing routine. So I've made a couple of videos on that so far. I have my game day warm-up routine, which is important to warm up first before you do any throwing. Then I have my plyo ball routine, which is important to do as a warm-up before you get into your max intent throwing. For the sake of this video, I'm going to assume that you're already warmed up and you've already thrown, so I'm not going to cover that. If you want to see more about that routine that I do, you can check out those videos. I'll put the links in the description, and you can see the video thumbnails here on the screen. They're on the channel, you should check them out. Anyway, let's talk about velo. I do it a little bit differently than most of you have probably seen. So check out my program here on the screen. You can see the names of the drills that I'm doing. You can see that I'm alternating between weights and drills. I have some linear drills, and I have some rotational drills, and I have some what I call anti-rotational drills, which is basically just forcing the body to, feeding the rotation and drills. I have some linear drills, and I have some rotational drills, and I have some what I call anti-rotational drills, which is basically just forcing the body to, feeding the rotation or, not feeding the rotation. We'll talk about that a little bit more when I talk about the drills. So, I've already warmed up, I've already done my plyo balls. Let's jump right into the throwing and talk about what I'm doing and why. So the first thing to talk about is the weights of the balls, and there's two things that I want to hit on here. One, the weights change every single throw, and the purpose of this is to force the body into the most difficult scenario that it can face. So you're going to bounce around. It can never get comfortable with only a 5 ounce or only a 6 ounce. The more you let's talk about how to gain velo, shall we? We shall. But first, you're going to have to hit 3 of those throws. Now I have 24 throws you're probably safe to throw 3 or 4 in a row without risking that. I just go to 1 and I force myself to just be as variable and adaptable as possible. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm not throwing too heavy of a weight. The heaviest ball that I'm throwing is a 6 ounce and I'm only doing 3 of those throws. Now I have 24 throws total scheduled here on the program. 3 of those are going to be 6 ounce pull downs, and the reason for that is I'm trying to train my body to move fast and be explosive. So I'm trying to get an overspeed component here. This is a max intent plyometric day, if you think about it that way, and I'm trying to get max speed and overspeed on my upper body. This is the best plyometric exercise that you can do for your upper body is throwing. So to build velocity, if you're trying to build a new peak of velocity, a new high, then you probably do need to do some heavier baseballs as well as lighter baseballs. I've already done heavier baseballs. I've already built my peak up to plenty high. I just need to get back to that peak, so I'm going on the other end of the spectrum and just doing a lot of 3 and 4 ounce throws mixed in with some 5 ounce throws. So first drill that we're going to do is a pull down. Now my focus on this drill is to run as fast as I possibly can, which is not very fast, but I try to run as fast as I can first. Now that is going to build up as much linear momentum as possible. There's going to be a lot of energy in the system, and so it's going to force my front leg to hit the ground and stop that excess energy in order to transfer that energy to the ball. So that's the important part of this drill, in my opinion, is block the front leg. That's kind of what we're training here. This is definitely a linear drill. You're definitely trying to rotate the torso as fast as possible. You're trying to separate the hips and the shoulders and all that good stuff. But what this is forcing you to do mostly is to land on the front foot and not collapse that front knee so you can get a solid block. Now when I'm running and throwing this ball, I'm not thinking about that. But the purpose of the drill is forcing that action, and that's how this whole program is designed, is to force the actions and the adaptations that I want without me having to think about them. My only thought in doing all of these drills on this day is to throw the ball as hard as I possibly can. But I have different drills scheduled in there to force me to do the rotations, to do the blocking, to get the arm action and stuff that I want, so I don't have to think about that. So you can see here on the pull down, I don't do a great job of blocking my front leg. It's not like it gets super stiff, so I definitely have a ways to go on that. That's probably why my velo is down from my all-time high, about 4 miles an hour. I'm still in the hundreds, which is good, but got a little ways to go on that block leg. But I'm running as fast as I possibly can, and then I'm slamming that block leg down, and I'm just trying to throw the ball as hard as possible, and you can see all that excess energy in the deceleration phase when I kind of flip up and over my front leg and try to catch myself before I somersault into the net. So that's pull downs. The next drill is what I call a clock drill. Now imagine a clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, etc. Your point in the middle where the clock hands are is your point where you're going to throw from. The 12 o'clock position is kind of back by the mound, and the 6 o'clock position is up by the plate, at least for me, that's how I schedule it out. Now I'm basically just using these different numbers to tell me which direction I'm going to run from. And this is a 4:30 clock drill. That's what I have here. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna run from the 4:30 position. I'm gonna take a couple hard steps to build up some momentum, hit with my left leg, stop that energy, rotate, plant my right foot, and then try to throw as hard as possible. Now, I'm trying to spend as little time as possible in the center of that circle. I'm trying to hit, rotate, and throw as quickly as possible, but I'm also trying to throw as hard as possible. So there's a nice blend between quick footwork and velo. If you go too quick with the footwork, the velo is going to drop. If you go too slow with the footwork, there's no point to doing the drill, and the velo is probably gonna drop. So this is forcing me to change directions, absorb force with my left leg, pivot, absorb force with my right leg, stay balanced, stay athletic, find a way to center my torso on my hips, find a way to get some shoulder hip separation, find a way to then deliver the ball to the target. This is forcing the shoulder hip separation that we didn't force in the last drill. The last drill was a linear drill working on the block. This is a rotational drill working on the shoulder hip separation. Now I'm definitely gonna block, definitely gonna have arm action and all that stuff in these drills as well. but the main focus here is the shoulder hip separation. After that, we go back to a pull down, and the next rotational drill that we're gonna do is called a drop step pickoff. Now I call it this because it's basically a pickoff to first, but you wanna gain some ground towards your target. Most times when you pick off, you're just going to swivel your feet and get the ball to first as quick as possible. This is not about being as quick as possible, but about throwing as hard as possible. So you're gonna drop your throwing arm foot. So for me, it's my right foot. You're gonna take a step backwards with that. You're gonna pivot around. You're gonna rotate the hips, rotate the torso, and throw this ball as hard as possible. Now this is another rotational drill, forcing the hips to go first, then the shoulders, and then the arm. And if you've watched my plyo routine video, you'll be annoyed at hearing me say that because I've said it about 100 times in that video, but that's the proper sequence. Hips first, then torso, then the arm. So that's what this drill is working on. Again, I'm just thinking throw this ball as hard as possible, but the drill is taking care of sculpting the mechanics for me. After that, we are back to a pull down. That's a linear drill, and the next rotational drill we're going to do is a shortstop double play throw. Now I'm running from about 10:30 on the clock face, so you could call it a clock drill from 10:30, but basically you're running to second base. You're gonna swipe your foot across the base as if you're catching a ball from the second baseman, and you're gonna let one rip towards first base. So you can see how I'm kind of simulating that here on the screen. Now this is what I call kind of an anti-rotational drill, and it's definitely not anti-rotational. The reason I call it that is in the drills before, I'm in a position where I'm feeding the rotation, where I'm rotating my hips first and then my shoulders, but the drill is forcing me to do that. In this drill, my hips are already open and my shoulders are already open, so I'm having to kind of force my shoulders to get back into a place and force my hips to get back into a place where I can generate some shoulder hip separation because I'm starting off wide open. And so that's kind of why I call it an anti-rotational drill. But the key here is basically to get to second base. You're gonna stop, you're gonna build up some energy running to second base. You're gonna stop that basically with your left foot. You're gonna swipe the right foot across the base, and then you're gonna land and just let this ball eat as hard as possible. This is a great drill for kind of that anti-rotational. It's one of my favorites. Add some athleticism to it. Forces you to stay balanced. It's really easy to get off balance here and just kind of continue running out towards second base position and not actually stop the energy and direct the ball towards the radar gun. So it's a really good drill for that in my opinion, and that's why I have it scheduled in here. So after that, we're back to a pull down, and then we're going to the last of the rotational drills, which is a clock drill from 9 o'clock. So I'm basically just running in from 9 o'clock on the clock face. I'm hitting with my left foot. I'm then pirouetting and finding a way to hit the ground with my right foot, roll the hips over, get down with my left foot, block the front leg, and let this ball eat. This one is very challenging, especially if you don't have good footwear. All of these are challenging if you don't have good footwear, so that's one key that we should talk about. Get yourself some shoes that have grip on them, or do it with cleats so you can get the most out of this. But anyway, hit with the left foot, rotate, pirouette, find a way to separate the shoulders and the hips, and then let the ball eat. This one's gonna be a little bit more difficult to maintain balance kind of in the first base to third base direction. It's definitely a rotational drill, so this is forcing you to kind of keep your balance. It's forcing you to be athletic and get the hips in front of the shoulders, in front of the arm, etc. So proper sequencing here without having to think about it, because your only thought is to throw the ball as hard as possible. And those are really the 5 drills that I do. Now that's 8 throws, and I will alternate through those 3 times. So I'll do 24 total throws. As you guys can see here, there's different weights. So I try to get 3 pull downs with a 6 ounce, 3 pull downs with a 5 ounce, 3 pull downs with a 4 ounce, and 3 pull downs with a 3 ounce. That's 12 throws. So then I'm gonna get clock drill from 9 o'clock with a 5 ounce, 4 ounce, and 3 ounce, drop step pickoff with a 5 ounce, 4 ounce, 3 ounce, clock drill from 4:30, 5 ounce, 4 ounce, 3 ounce, and the shortstop double play, 5 ounce, 4 ounce, 3 ounce. So that's 12 more throws, and that brings us to our 24. So that is why I do some of those drills. There's linear drills, rotational drills, and what I call anti-rotational drills. Force your body to be athletic, force your body to accept energy, redirect energy, and find a way to throw hard at the same time. This is building a large base for you, so you're adaptable. If you get a little bit off balance in your delivery on the mound, no problem. You know how to handle that and still throw strikes and still throw hard. if you are a little bit tired, if your front leg gives out on you a little bit, doesn't matter. You've built a strong base as a thrower of objects, because pitching at the end of the day is just throwing in a specific way. So that is my velocity day. That's what the drills look like. That's the purpose behind them. I'm working on my mechanics without having to think about them. It's one of the best things about these athletic drills. If you structure them right, if you do the right ones, these ones work for me. There's a lot more that you can do that will probably work better for you, but this is just what works for me. So you guys asked to see what I do, and this is what I do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that down below in the comments. I will try to get to those. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, go ahead and leave me a comment about that down below as well. I like making these videos for you and sharing this information. So let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll try to make it happen. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, you cheated. You were supposed to do that already, but I'd ask you to do that now. Helps keep me motivated to make this free content for you. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one.